Of what is causing the concern Friday night, a live look at Bradenton Beach in Florida. You can see those dark clouds moving in and a very quiet beach there. This is near St. Petersburg. Already seen some of the storm's effects coming from Hurricane Helene. Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane has been talking about Helene all week long. Tara, we have some rain now, but we won't see the full impact from Helene until tomorrow night, right?
That's right. So the rain, the showers and storms that have been affecting us here in several neighborhoods the past couple of days ahead of an incoming front, which is closer to us here at this point in time. So that's why we have more showers and storms impacting you all in the mountains and down through the foothills and down to sections of North Georgia, western South Carolina, too. The more direct impact from Helene, as we said, comes tomorrow night and heading into early Friday morning. So for now, we do have a couple of isolated downpours, a couple of storms out there in Richmond County, but most of the activity moving through, as I said, the mountains and foothills. Marion getting in on a pretty strong storm here and northern part of Rutherford County, north of Rutherfordton. That is all pushing up to the north, and so that means more rain coming in for you all in Avery County, Newland, Banner, Elk, and heading up into Boone near the Blowing Rock area. The rain is kind of light to moderate at this time, and just more rounds of rain coming back into Ashe County. And the concern here, we're watching this line, notice how we had those polygons showing up from time to time. They had a previous tornado warning across northeast Georgia, severe thunderstorm warning at times, and some of that could impact us later on this evening, or we could get a few just on their own developing showers or storms even closer to the Charlotte metro, and there is a low risk of even a brief spin-up tornado. So that's what we're watching for ahead of that front over the next few hours. And notice how the rain and storm chances remain generally kind of on the higher side here, especially as we get deeper into the night and early tomorrow morning. There's a front back off to the west. Helene is still pretty far away to the south and entering the Gulf of Mexico today as that stronger hurricane. We've had some breaks and peaks of sunshine, so warming things up. 84 degrees for another day. South wind, that wind is picking up a little more too. Breezy at about 10 to 15 or so miles per hour. We've got widespread low to mid 80s. Those temperatures up in the mountains sitting in the higher 60s. Tomorrow, only mid 70s with more waves of rain pushing in. Showers and storms from morning right on through the afternoon heading into the night. So Hurricane Helene right off that northeast tip, Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico near Cancun, been lashing through that area today. And the trajectory, it's still a Category 1, still hasn't moving north, perhaps becoming that stronger, even stronger major Category 3 hurricane by the time it makes that landfall, possibly near Tallahassee, the Big Bend area of Florida. So that would be later on tomorrow evening. And then rolling north quickly as a tropical storm. They're going to get hit hard around the Atlanta metro area, and then it kind of gets absorbed in another area of low pressure, and that remnant low will be swinging through into the weekend. Helene impacts, heaviest of the rain coming in for late tomorrow overnight and heading into early Friday morning. Flooding is a big time impact here, big time risk. Highest rain totals expected in the mountains and everywhere. We're going to be watching for those damaging wind gusts. A couple of spin up tornadoes can't be ruled out. More outside of the mountains, and of course with all that wind to saturated ground, that will likely lead to some scattered power outages. Have that tropical storm watch in effect right now for parts of the mountains and foothills with all of this weather coming in, and a flood watch also north and west of Charlotte until further notice. So let's check out future radar as we go into the night. Best chance of heavy rain and flooding and possible tornadoes will be up for you all in the mountains and foothills. And here we go. By tomorrow afternoon, notice how the rain becomes more widespread, kind of on the lighter side. We'll get some heavier pockets from time to time, but then here comes that widespread, just torrential bouts of rain here and possibly some of those quick spin up tornadoes. That would be early in the morning on Friday, because already by late in the morning, a lot of it's lifting out and just a few leftover spotty showers expected going into the afternoon. So not quite as much rain expected, only perhaps a couple of inches more east of I-77. We could see up to 2 to 3 inches or so around the Piedmont, and then the farther north and west you go, especially up there in the high country, we could be looking at some devastating flooding. So prepare now if you live in that flood prone area, possible landslides, and again, those scattered power outages. Up to 10 to 15 plus inches of rain will be a possibility here. And again, just a real quick look at those forecast wind gusts. Just generally breezy into most of the day tomorrow, but we're going to get those gusts coming in around 50 to maybe even close to 60 miles per hour in spots by early Friday morning. So all this being said, a couple of pinpoint weather alert days, staying extra weather aware through the end of the week. Showers still possible for the weekend.